Hello everybody, my name is Zilla. Welcome to another video. Today we are reviewing the Matel Spinosaurus. We will be covering articulation, paint job, and accuracy to the movie. Let's begin with the articulation. We'll start at the tail. The tail tool can move up, down, move side to side. It cannot swivel. I guess it can, but it's a technicality. The legs can swing forward, back. They can both go out, in, out, in. They can slightly swivel. The ankles can fully swivel from an 100% degree. And this has a snap ability, so it will stay in a position. So if it's on uneven terrain, you can place the foot in a way that it won't, fall. And that's much more for photography, not for actual animations, because I know that there are a few animators that watch this who do stop motion. The arms, they move up, down, they move outside to side. Both arms do the same thing, so I'm not going to show both sides. I will for the paint job though. There is articulation in the neck. It goes up, down, move side to side, and it swivels. This neck joint kind of swivels. It turns, slightly annoying, but that's just because the joints they use, and it's rubber. It can move up and down as well. This is technically articulation, technically a feature. The jaw has a ratchet button, I like to call it, and is actually the technical term, I think. It's a ratchet jaw, so it can close with some force. It hurts a little bit on this tooth, so I would not hand this out to a little kid, because they'll say, it hurt me, when they actually didn't. It's just that it's a pointy tooth coming down at a pretty fast speed with a bit of pressure. And also, do not stick your finger in there. That's where all the joints are, but that's how the jaw works. The tongue is actually a hinge, technically, and that's why it goes up. If it's not going up, then there's a problem. But also, it gives it a more realistic look. So now we will move on to the paint job. But as you can see on the sail, there is some printed on, some dry brushed, and some sprayed on. The paint fades from brown to red, to a slight orangey tinge on the top of the knobs, or scoops, I don't know what I should describe it as, and it descends down the dorsal to a darkish brownish grey, which has been sprayed on by a computer-operated crane, I'm assuming. And down the torso is a similar thing. It may have been painted by somebody, or it's printed on. And the face is printed on paint, and they'd have it so that it would be set so it could go around it with a dry brush for the red on the face, and the eyes are essentially just splotches of orange with a little black line. And the teeth are a separate piece with a bone white colour, where the tongue is a nice pinkish colour, and they did add throat details, but most of it's hidden by the joint. And the other side is slightly different. This is actually based on the movie. If you did not know, it ends slightly earlier on this side than on this side on the animatronic. You can see it from above really well. Although on one side it just stops before the other. The tail does not have the best paint. It just sort of cuts off, and really it should go all the way down. But it's a toy. It's not a model. It's the same thing with the underbelly and the neck, but I'm sure you could just do that with some spray paint. It's that simple. And the nails, I could repaint this in like a second. Just take some black and put it on there. So it's easy fixes, but honestly, it doesn't bother me. I imagine that for most people, unless you're a real serious collector. If you are, just go with the Amber collection. It's more expensive, but they are higher quality, and I think that's why they're more expensive, is because of the paint job and the joints. But do I recommend this? And is it movie accurate. Is it movie accurate? No. Is it show accurate? So Camp Cretaceous? Yes. Because if you did not know, the tail is slightly shorter in the show than it is in the movie. And, well, in some scenes. In other scenes it's not. I think they use 2 models in the shows. It's like, to add things. If you look at that, that's the pose from the trailer. So, that's... which for some reason they put in this really weird position to make it look like it's going uphill, and really it would look like this. So it should really just kind of be slightly leaning, but it wouldn't need to like go into this weird Hunchback of Montreal position like it does all the time in the show. In the movie it sometimes does that, but in Jurassic Park 3, but most of the time it's like in this pose, with the tail slightly down, kind of to the side, the head's slightly up the jaws always slightly open like that. But that's because the animatronic, if you did not know, the joint just stopped. So it broke during the plane crash. I think you can hear the click during the plane crash scene. Like you can hear the click from the jaw. Like they didn't edit it out. I mean, they didn't know it happened until much later on, because that was the last time they used the animatronic, I think, until the riverboat scene where you'll see it just sort of stops, and then it closes. And after that, they filmed every other scene before the scene where it came out of the water, because they didn't know if it would work underwater. Well, they did, but they didn't know if something would go wrong, so they filmed that last. I think. I don't know if that's true. I heard it somewhere. Like, I just heard it on the behind the scenes thing. It was absolute chaos. That movie was really badly made in production, but it's a pretty good movie. It's my second favourite Jurassic Park movie, just behind Dominion. I know it's a bad movie plot-wise, but the Giga and Rexy have some of the better models, and the prologue really adds on to it. So there's actually a grudge, which makes no sense. But, you know, it's a movie. I don't know the cost of this. I will put it in the description. I'm guessing it was around $30 or $40, maybe a bit more.
It's around 50.
Yeah, we'll look it up exactly. But it'll be in Australian currency, so it'll be less in America. And more in Japan or something? Yeah, I think it will be. I don't know. It's a very complicated subject. Like costs, because every country has different currencies and different... it's just different. And also, there are other repaints of this. You can find things online where people have 3D printed it themselves. I would not recommend those, because often those are rip-offs. And also bootlegs are illegal. Technically, but you can get away with it, because most companies just don't do it. Like, the people who have gotten away with it, I don't think they'll be able to get away with it for long. Because the companies do eventually like track them down. It's like, you have to stop this, you have to do it. But if you do see, like this, being sold not by Matel on eBay, or not by a collector, and it's like different, like somebody just slapped the paint onto their own model, don't buy it.
Just move on, mate.
I shall. I'm covering bootlegs.
Okay.
Because it is a genuine risk.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I'd recommend this. It's a high quality figurine. It doesn't cost too much. This is something you get for somebody on Christmas or on their birthday, though. So, have a nice day. Hey.
Hope you enjoyed the review.
Hope you enjoyed the review, and
like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. I was getting there.
Okay.
Just let me go at my own pace. Now I have to start again.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Just keep going.
Because I don't remember what I'm saying.
Just keep going.
I hope you enjoyed the review. You have a nice day. Be nice to your relatives, if you have relatives, and ta-ra.